Welcome back to the Perspective. My name is Randy, and I'm here with
Garrett, Bennett.
So you are the Valedictorian, and you are the Salutatorian, right? Has there been a person in the district or teacher who has motivated y'all the most?
So my freshman year, I took biology with Coach Smith, who was a former teacher here. Now he's moved away, but his biology class really taught me a lot and taught me like how much I was interested. I actually had fun. And I mastered the STAR test and everything. And I was really close with him, so it really did help me. And I'm planning to major in biology at college. But also, as I've gotten older, I've formed a connection with our yearbook teacher, Dr. Worley, and she's really helped me with life advice and life goals. That's what's helped me. The two teachers that I'm
So my sophomore year, I had Coach Garrett, and he was my Algebra 2 teacher, and he basically like changed my whole perspective on math, and that's like now my favorite subject. So him and probably my basketball coach really helped me through or not through basketball, but through high school as a whole.
So you say you play sports, and I know you have a job, correct?
Yeah.
So how is it managing a job and sport correlate into y'all's academic?
So of course school always came first, and then extra hobbies about.
Well, I love my money. So I worked at Mickey for probably about a year. And during school and volleyball, I took a month off of work for volleyball because just tournaments every week. And then I work every weekend because my manager really allows it to be flexible, which is like amazing. But I'm really good with time management. So I just balance everything because I love school, don't get me wrong. And I want to be good in everything, but I never want to pick it over my personal life. So I try to incorporate it with my personal life. Like I usually like study with my best friend so I can still have time to and do what at the same time. So just situations like that. Even we study together, we like take it stuff together. Yeah.
So I know being number 1 and 2 can be a lot. And do y'all ever get burned out? And if so, how do y'all push through that?
Well, I feel like high school, like honestly, as you go through it, like you do because, well, I can speak for myself, but I tend to get really bored because I'm just naturally catch on to things. So I literally I'm distracted. I can't focus, all that. So honestly, my dual credits, that's what I've like pushed to like do best in because that's on my own time. I learn it basically by myself through an online professor. So that's been easy for me not to be burned out because I choose those classes. I choose what work I do. Obviously, I do all my work, but you know what I mean. But yeah, like the high school classes, besides yearbook, not really my cup of tea.
So the first 3 years of high school, I didn't really get burned out, and it wasn't until just this second semester of my senior year. I'm pretty burned out right now, and I'm still like trying to push through that. I only have I took one final today, and I have one more final that's due on Wednesday. Done.
So what has been the hardest part of high school for y'all?
For me personally, I had a personal loss my sophomore year, so I didn't attend school that much. But I still, obviously, through my friends, I still did my work and all that. But that was like my hardest thing. But also just like, I feel like Mr. Rome's always says like high school is what you make of it. And like, low-key, I don't make that much of it. I low-key put my headphones on and just do my own thing, which sometimes that can be a bad thing. But I personally like my two close friends like Garrett, Audisey, Jesus, Audrina, you, like my yearbook group, then like a whole bunch of friends. So I'm kind of okay with it. So like, that's kind of helped me.
I think the hardest thing about high school is just staying in like a good headspace because there's a lot of extra stuff that goes into it, not just school. And so that can be really hard to like balance things and like staying consistent with schoolwork. And I think that's probably the hardest thing, trying to like balance like personal life, school life, and just staying consistent with class.
So what's some advice you would give somebody who's trying to be in the position y'all are?
Well, I think that like my freshman year when ranks first came out, I was first. So I like literally that like determined me to do that. And at the time my grandma was alive. So like we would have conversations about it and my sister would motivate me to graduate last year. But just I always knew I wanted to be first, and starting so good coming out of middle school and being a freshman and having all A's and basically hundreds, like that just set me up for success, I feel.
My advice would be make good decisions and show up everything. Same mind of wanting better.
That's all you can do.
Throughout y'all's high school experience, what's one failure or mistake that's taught you something valuable?
So my sophomore year when I was struggling, I came back junior year not wanting to take any dual credits, not wanting to do any work, which is awful. But that like the first semester I didn't take any dual credits, so that did like set me back a lot from where I was like headed to. So then at the end of junior year, Garrett passed me up and I was really like upset about that. And obviously like I had worked so hard, but I made the not good decision to not take dual credit and like classes that would help me at the beginning of junior year. So that was my fault and I like accepted that. So then coming into this year, I really like focused on just like doing my work and like just doing the best I could. And I knew that God would do whatever, wherever he wanted me to be, that's where I would. So then I literally just prayed about it and I'm here.
So I think coming into high school, I didn't really have the best work ethic. So I had to like train myself, like how to study, how to like class, all of that stuff that comes BNS. I had to like basically learn how to be a good, like in middle school. My priority weren't really like school wasn't really like what I had like at the top of my, like it wasn't that. And then I guess once got into high school,
So what is valedictorian and salutatorian mean to y'all?
being salutatorian is a test of all my heart. Everything that I put in, being where I put in a lot of work and a lot of effort, a lot of long study nights. Like top two, have 105 years. Took a lot, but very proud.
So it means a lot to me because obviously, like, yes, I'm first, but I get to be up here with like my best friend who's second, and then my other best friend Alizé's fifth. And that just makes me happy that we all started together in middle school and now that we're here. So to me, I'm obviously like proud of all the work I've done, but I knew that I could do it. So it kind of just feels like I'm achieving what I did, if that makes sense. And just like, I'm just happy to be here with all my friends that I made in high school. And obviously just that I did so great in dual credits and hopefully they transfer. Hopefully.
What are y'all's plans after high school?
I plan on attending the University of Texas at San Antonio for a mechanical.
I plan to go to UT, the University of Texas at Austin. That's currently where my sister attends, so I'm really, really excited. And I want to be a biologist. Hopefully I can get into like the pharmacology, maybe. But yeah.
Are y'all excited to graduate, or you kind of?
I am so excited, bro. I'm so ready to get out of here. Let's go. Hook up.
I'm excited for the next chapter.
Yeah, I am.
Journey.
Can we get a sneak peek of y'all's graduation speech?
So basically, I'm just like focusing on the past.
Can y'all give us a sneak peek of y'all's final graduation speech?
My speech is gonna be really like about the relationship that I've made in high school and outside of high school and how that will help me in life. And just kind of like talking about how meaningful that can be. But it's also a little religious because recently, about a year ago, I started getting really religious and I actually got baptized. But I'm also talking about the future and basically how those relationships go into that.
So mine is going to focus on like everything that we did as a class, like everything that we've been through, how that's like helped define us, who we are. And yeah, I'm just going to reminisce on the past. Hopefully, live our heartfelt.
Yeah,
I never fed him.
You're gonna cry at my speech, Randy.
What advice would you give to your underclassmen?
I would say just stay true to yourself, no matter. Like in high school, it's like a really defining spot to me. Because like you're figuring a lot out about yourself, and I think staying with yourself is like.
Yeah, as he said, like these are our formative years. So like really, like my underclassmen friends, I just want to say have fun. Like obviously focus on, but I really want y'all to have fun because y'all are my babies, and I just really like care about y'all, and I want y'all to be successful. So like kind of do what you're leading to, or what leads you to that make.
Well, thank y'all for coming on the podcast, and hopefully we'll see y'all next